It's the 12th. Figured I would do. I was actually looking over the spoilers. There are 6. So I've seen this one now because the window's up. But the other ones I haven't looked at, like I'm always doing. And thought that this would be a short video. I was even debating, do I want to do this one? But I'm kind of trying to hold myself to doing that little every 2 days just to kind of give myself, really to hype myself up more than anything. So, 6 little things. There was one announcement that is on the forums, wasn't on Reddit, so I think we've got 5 teasers and then some explanation of something. I think it's the challenge rewards. So we'll go through this. Okay, so Flesh Crafter, we've got this. Necrosilks, first off, that looks sick. I really like the 3D art on that. I mean, on the witch. It looks great, right? It makes it look almost like a skull right here, and it definitely does not have that vibe in the paper doll art, but it does have that on the 3D art, and I think that looks really cool. But maybe that's just the lighting. Who knows? So, minions convert 2% of their maximum life to maximum energy shield per 1% chaos resistance they have. Chaos damage does not bypass minions' energy shield. Minions have 87% faster start of energy shield recharge. While minions have energy shield, their hits ignore monster elemental resistance. So one thing I had read here, does 50 resist equal minion death? Yes, it does. So you can guarantee minions die if you want to do that. That's an interesting opportunity for a mechanic. However, because it converts their life to energy shield, their maximum life is presumably 0. Not particularly useful if you're doing like a minion instability type thing. So not sure what you would want to do there. But even converting, like if you have 30 chaos resist, converting 60% of their life to maximum ES, and then if there's an opportunity you have to have them scale their ES through perhaps giving them a shield or having it be an animate guardian, although I don't know why you'd want to use this on an animate guardian. It's an option. I think the big thing is ignoring monster resist. Frankly, not sure how good that is in a world where like minion builds have curses, and if you are a true minion build, you can self-cast a curse, honestly. And if you're sort of like a pseudo minion build, like Herald of Agony, you're able to apply Despair on hit from a ring or your bow, or like, gosh, there's just so many. You don't have to like lose out on a curse anymore. Like every build can use their curse, and a lot of builds can even go like dual curse, blah blah blah. So Flesh Crafter, interesting. I'm gonna say not super good. Maybe enables some wonky build, that makes it a cool item, right? Like it's gonna vendor for an alk. People will use it for skin transfers because it does look sick. But it's not like going to be 10 exalts. I don't think. Yeah, I just don't. I don't see a world where this is what people want to be doing. Okay, so cool. That's Flesh Crafter. So then we've got the Harvest Challenge rewards. So what do we have? Footprints, Cloak, and Portal. Footprints I never really care for. Cloak, sometimes hit or miss. Portal I always want. Yeah, like, it's a footprint. And it's kind of blue and glowy. The cloak looks cool. I like that the... Oh boy. I like that the fabric of the cloak... Well, you can't even really see it there. The fabric of the cloak has, like, strands. Like, there's fabric and strands that move separately. I like that. And that portal looks sweet. I think that might even be the exact same portal that Oshabi uses. And who cares about the trophy? Nobody cares about the trophy. Yeah, I guess cool. I don't think I've ever gone for 36 challenges because I'm really lazy. I typically go for 24, and then there's just too much... Like, I want to play the game. I don't want to feel like I'm doing esoteric things just to get, you know, like a portal or a cloak or whatever. We'll see. That portal does look really good. Corruption cluster has changed. Here's how it looks now. So corruption was that the one that was just straight up chaos damage and then chaos dot multi? It's the one across from the power charge stuff. I don't really remember. So we've got chaos damage, and expires 10% flow. This is interesting. Effects cannot be slowed below 75% of their normal expiry rate. So if this, oh, never mind. That doesn't affect. That does affect Headhunter, because even though you're permanently temp chained, the Headhunter buffs will only be, well, I think this is typical, right? The duration is quadruple. Okay, whatever. Everyone knows that already. I don't think that changes anything. And then Corruption itself, chaos damage, increased effective withered. That's cool. If this is the only source of increased wither effect, I'm not sure how relevant that is. Take 6% up to 7.2%, and I'm unsure how Path is going to calculate that decimal. Is it going to take the 7.2, multiply by 15, and truncate? Does it round up? I'm assuming 7.2 becomes 7% and then is multiplied by up to 15. It is also possible that the 7.2 is multiplied by 15 and then something is done to that remaining decimal, either truncated or, actually I suppose there's not a remaining decimal, right? Because 0.2 times 15 is 3%. So yeah, you get an additional 3%. So whatever, I don't know. I think I like that change, because I think Corruption was just the chaos damage and the dot multi, which now at least you're able to get so much multi that you don't really need it on the tree anymore, and I think it was like 8%. So 20% increased effective withered is probably more overall than 8% dot multi on a build. I don't know. Cool. I like when they change up notables and just make them more interesting. I like it when notables give you actual unique effects that you can't get anywhere else. I think that makes the game a lot more interesting, and it makes it like I'm the kind of player that wants to get those unique style effects, even if they're not very good. So I find myself going for like the notables that are like the ones like on the bottom and the top of the tree that are the +1 minimum charge and like it's like increased AoE per endurance charge and increased damage per endurance charge and stuff like that, because that's a super unique effect. So I like that kind of stuff because I'm a loser. Okay, so Corruption has changed. That's cool. More harvest crafting options. Change a unique item into Parandis coins. Rarer unique items are worth more Parandis coins. Very interested to see what GGG decides constitutes a rarer unique item. Like something like Headhunter is probably just as rare as something else, presumably. And I would be interested to see what those Parandis coins actually get. Yeah, someone's got to convert every unique to Parandis coins. I'm also assuming it's going to give you a range of Parandis coins. Like anything is going to be, even the lowest tier unique, let's say, is like 20 to 100. So it could be all over the place. We don't know. Change a sacrifice or mortal fragment into another random fragment of that type. Okay, that's pretty good. Although at this level, you're going to always want to try to turn it into like a mortal hope, right? Change a pale court key into another random pale court key. This is great for SSF, I suppose. I don't see this being particularly valuable elsewhere, because pale court keys, I have not, at least in my very limited experience, not found a super significant difference in value. They tend to be a couple of chaos apiece. Usually, when I've been buying, I can assemble full sets for relatively inexpensive. So these are interesting. I like that these are more interesting than just straight up crafting an item. So I'm hoping that this means that maybe not as the league goes on, but as the game gets longer, as the game continues and there's more content added to the game, that they can sort of retroactively inject some additional crafting options into Harvest, assuming it goes core, which it should. I think they really tailor their leagues now to go core. A Shining Monument, the White Knight. 6-link Astral Plate, item level 100, Crusader item. Well, this is just absolutely bonkers, so this is going to be incredibly rare. Although, interestingly, it gives you a white influence base. But this is going to be worth so much. I wonder what all these socket div cards will provide when sockets aren't on items anymore. Oh yeah, because in PoE 2, they're getting rid of sockets on items. Somebody really likes making explodey chests. Watch explode affix get removed from Crusader in this patch. Yeah. So this is going to be very, very valuable. I have a feeling that this is like basically going to be tier 1-ish rarity. Well, maybe not quite that high, but I would say it's going to be on par with like Abandoned Wealth. Right? Because I think one of these is going to be worth half an exalt to a full exalt. Like, it's going to be good. This just gives you the perfect crafting base for an explodey chest, right? You've got a 6-link, eye level 100 Crusader, Astral Plate. That's exactly what you want. And last one, Chainbreaker, new timeless jewel keystone. Okay, so regenerate 3 rage per second. That's actually really good. Increases and reductions to mana regen apply to rage regeneration rate. Wow. So if you have 100% mana regen, you're going to be regenerating 6 rage per second. Lose 5 rage when you hit an enemy no more than once every 0.3 seconds. Well, that just sucks. You regenerate rage, but you're going to lose all your rage. That means in 1 second you're losing 15 rage. No. No. I don't think this is good. The only thing I can see getting around this is doing, like, God, what is range deep? Rage gives you attack speed, damage, and movement speed? The only thing I can see taking advantage of this is ranged attack totem. So, yeah. The Siege Ballista meme build is going to want Chainbreaker because it's free rage, right? That is free capped rage after 15 seconds in a map. That's good. And actually, I wonder if rage is even only melee attacks. Like, it only gives you melee damage. It's still, I think, movement speed and attack speed. Which might be relevant. I think it's just attack damage. I don't think it specifies melee attack damage. But the only way to kind of skirt the rule here is if you're not hitting the enemy, because your totems presumably will inherit the damage you're gaining from rage, but you won't lose rage. I don't think anyone else wants this. If there's maybe a way, no, I'm not even gonna spitball anything weird. Yeah, so like some teasers. I saw that there were just these small things, so like I said, I was even on the fence about doing this video anyways. But yeah, there you go. Every day, I'm more and more excited for Harvest. A buddy of mine and I are going to be joining a private league. So if that's something you're interested in, you can leave a comment or shoot me a message, and I can give you some of the information for making that happen. We wanted to do solo self-found, but we also kind of wanted to play together, and we felt like instead of doing trade league and playing together and then having that like feel bad, like, oh man, I got this drop and like I could sell it, but I don't want to because I wanted to play SSF. We're kind of doing that like SSF light, or maybe you'd call it trade league light, where we're going to be doing this private league. And there probably won't be more than, I don't know, I'm guessing between 20 and 50 people who join this private league. But it'll be a good opportunity for us to play together. Right now, our plan is for me to go Occultist, Wintertide brand, Vortex, and he is going to go Trickster, Cold Snap, Arctic Breath. He might go Sabo and turn those into traps or mines. So we'll see. That's kind of what we're leaning towards, because I did verify all of the cold dots stack. So if each of us use 2, that's a heck of a lot of cold dots, cold damage over time. So maybe I'll make another video about that when patch notes drop, kind of giving my thoughts on what builds look good and stuff like that. But yeah, for now, enjoy the teasers, and I'll see you next time. 2 more days.